Welcome everyone to more Linux distribution development here, regular expression, magic and other fun maintenance. Starting with a tiny little bit of cleanup here. I prepared some regular expressions that you don't need me to, actually should have probably watch me trial and error in regular expression stuff. So what I wanted to do, what annoys me a little bit, that lots of different people contributing and different auto substitution created some files that have, it doesn't matter, but some description files of our code, less open source Linux distribution packaging, have code higher than I would prefer. So I wanted to actually quickly SED this stuff. Somewhere into, also here, somewhere to the end where I usually would prefer this because I prefer metadata first. So we SED that here, so matching, you can better code that off beginning with that, but basically, yeah. O for code stuff, hold space, delete, and then so save, append all this to hold space, all this code, then with the first, with over the D, basically the first D only, then we'll have that substituted, adding, actually might this add actually extra new lines, actually maybe it does, but anyway, adding a new line to the beginning, swapping with hold space, and then appending current pattern space that we saved to the hold space back to the pattern space. So that sorts that down here. Actually, I should have tried that before we went online, if we can. Probably not, so that like combining that with trimming multiple new lines might not easily work like that, or does it? Actually, what does, do we have, oh come on, single take. Alright, because I had that here, but alright, we also need a file. Oh, clever. Okay, so that does not work for what? Alright, because this is okay, we need -n for that. So yeah, that does not work for some reason. That would have been too easy, but it doesn't matter. So what that means is that we will simply separate it. So because we can't combine it like that for matching that, because we swap stuff to the hold space, because that would otherwise a little bit quick and dirty, removing multiple new lines, but that's not the end of the world. We simply use it like that. That probably should work. So and how I would usually do that, I also had, as always, so this was contribution from other people, and actually I also edited the auto-gen equals 1, the text a little bit, so that would be, because we usually start capitalized stuff, and like title should be capitalized and the other whole sentence, so proof t as lib matter data text or metadata text, whatever, doesn't matter. So what we usually want, what I actually wanted, and then comes some more interesting stuff. And the recurring theme you want to clean this, so that is that one. This is why I usually have like dozens of things here. So then we want to do this SED, so that is for D in all desks. So usually in place SED, but as we run SED 2 times, so it would be SED, that stuff here. And then SED that to X, and then cut X back to D, and then done. Just also best without a typo. So let's see how much that breaks, and as I usually do here, have a clean working copy for just one thing. Obviously don't mix it with other random stuff. So some okay, so that is not ideal. Okay. More. But okay, we can actually do that because so the problem is we have the check version tags. How many are it even? No, 2001 files, but we modified too many anyway, so and that's why we have a clean. You can copy here. So some with check version URL. Let's maybe practice with not some garbage like. So then let's redo that. So let's use a p tag that should then hopefully be. Oops! Oh, I hate mouse wheel support. Oops! Oh darn. Non-p. What do I have to do? Always live here. Darn it. One day I need the bloody terminals of mouse wheel support. So, so yeah, that is still wrong. So let's change that from. So what then we want to do? Actually, that it should probably be even easier. Do we need to do this? Because then actually that's even easier, and maybe we can we combine that with multiply? But let's just leave it like that. So that would be then p, and then adding a new line. Maybe even 2, and then G, and that didn't have code, so that was not the best test. But so what did have codes is T as T1 lab contrib. Oh, cool. That I think did not. Substitute new line and is append we also have that command. Good to know. If pattern space continues, delete text in the pattern space up to the first new line. Oh, interesting stuff. We want replace the content of the pattern space with the content of the. So we want to. Here's also append a new line to the content of the pattern space, and then append the. Append a new line to the content of the pattern space. Yeah, but this is because it's stored without new lines. So, and then append the content of the whole space to that of. So capital G. Did I not use capital G? Why does this not work? P welcome everyone. Debugging that is a little bit annoying. Why did this previously work? What did I had here? So previously I switched that though. Or did I copy? No, I probably did not. 4. Hold delete. What did I do now? Hold delete. Substitute. Swap. hold in pattern a little bit. Something as strange. Why does this stuff? Or did I already ruin it? No, I did not. You know what, let me quickly debug that because it's too boring in the recording, but lesson learned when you sort. I mean, that's also why I tested in a new checkout clean working copy. If you think, yeah, quickly YOLO some regular expression, of course something like unexpected text wasn't there. I'll be back in a second when I figure out why that behaves strangely. Actually, we can't run it like this because that deleted that line. Back to the drawing board. Before I think about it too much, it's only quick and dirty cleanup anyway. I think I simply make a copy of this expression here. Did I? Hope I didn't mess it up. And match here also D or CV for check version stuff. And then swap it to, so that should probably expand. That's adding new lines. Does it result in too many new lines? Probably should test that though with, yeah, so much to quickly clean up some stuff. Token ink. D something. Oh, darn. CV. Nothing like bash. Wait a second. Bash 4D in. I hope I didn't mess the other up. The good thing is we can try and error here until it works. So this duplicated CV flex, that is not ideal. Why would that CV pent a new line? So yeah, I mean, actually maybe maybe the best thing would be, so much to quickly do that, maybe do something else then. It's too time wasting. So much to quickly wanting to clean up your sources a little bit. Maybe at times not reverse it. So basically, maybe it would be easier in GNU-org with a little bit more state, although SED is Turing complete. Just maybe we need then our LVM compiler to SED regular expressions. I also wanted to do some other things, testing that here's the latest install in a VM, as we usually do. And so let's do that first. The other stuff I can do some rainy afternoon. Cleaner. Because I noticed I wanted to also streamline the font directories. We had this issue or on a clean install that some of these fixed fonts do not compute for some reason. And doing that, I noticed that we have here also a little bit hard-coded font directories. I think this was font dir. Is it in any desk? Actually, it is in font misc. Oh, what? Is this only in font misc? Or is it usually? Why do we not have that? Oh, wait. No, I'm surprised. Why is it only in font misc and not so much to grabbing for that? Where do the other fonts install to? Like interesting. That is not what I expected. Why does only font misc have that? What? So the thing is, can't resize that here. That is a little bit because the fonts don't work. So what do we run here? Configure. Oh, this is a freaking whole configure. Where does it install that? Maybe that explains why the font misc stuff doesn't work. Install all the stuff to... Yeah, actually I wanted to... Actually, interesting that it's installing that to 100 dpi. Why did we have that in only... So actually I wanted to mass substitute that stuff. Oh wow, that is... Oh wait, oh, this is... Three, five, whatever. And that was previously libdir fonts misc. Three, five, probably 3473 MTR. Nothing like poking in the history of your project. Cross-build explicitly set target root of his font path, and why is that only... maybe that was some old-fashioned stuff that's not needed anymore. With some Destier stuff as well. Too many keyboard layouts. Let's see if it's the cross builds into font misc. Nothing like some nonsense here. Alright, that is also... Let's... need to do that again, because as a working copy. Actually, what I expected was when I saw that, I expected to SED that also to another directory. I thought all fonts were using that. I didn't expect only font misc. So probably some T2 improvements in the last decade automatically fixed that already. Let's see where that installs now. To probably like share fonts. Yeah, share fonts is much nicer though, because I am not a fan of this lipstick fonts. So yeah, another unexpected cleanup. I wanted to SED all of the fonts, didn't, but that's even better. So we can't copy that, so that was 3473, or like basically reverted. 3473, 3473. Probably should have copy and paste between VMs. Kind of sort of that. Also manual revert and stuff, but you get the idea. I also wanted to do some secure shell stone stuff for more modern ciphers there. Let me quickly, or is it? I would quickly want to finish this SED stuff. Let's pause the live stream. I work around there like 5 minutes or 10, and then see you back in a bit when I quirk you some. So what I regular expression. What I would probably do is try writing code to match on CV and D or so, something of that sort. Let's see what I come up with to mess up. I came up with also because this other travel solution of not matching between line 1 and the first CVD, then I have the issue that we insert empty new lines here from some minutes ago. So from 1 to the first match of check version flag or D, only hold that and delete that, like the O's here, the matched code lines, and then only in that, so basically only one, so that solves, also sometimes thinking a little bit with SED a little bit around the corner and stuff, and creative. That could potentially work. I also have a second SED there for squashing multiple new lines. That appears to work as well. That probably should then be fine. So let's then, also yes, I modified that with some test data to test this multiple downloads and stuff. So then for D in desk, do all the stuff here. Then with D, oops, to X, cut X to D and be done. That runs even on a Ryzen 7950X second or 5 over 4000 files, and then let's see what we got. Interesting. What did we get there? Didn't expect commented out D lines. Nah, can't make this stuff up. This is of course a rare thing. Let's also, yeah, this removes some apparently stray. Is that what we, I mean, theoretically that is kinda nice. I mean, it's unnecessary. Question what I'm trying to change. I'm trying to sort this code stuff to the end before the download, because some files had it in the middle. Let's see how many changes we got here. Okay, not as many as before. So is it even worth it? Okay, here we get an extra. So due to the insertion of a new line, and that's actually a nice thing. I would like this somewhat grouped. A little bit unexpected, but okay. And that's adding a new line, so that's a little bit of why is it doing this new line there? Okay, we have, okay, that was it. So this is Bonobo MM is probably a little bit to be deleted. So we have unfortunately some, oh, there's also source, all those between, so it's sorting. Actually, that's not the worst thing, to be honest, to have the sourcing. I mean, some stuff is unnecessary, unfortunately. I mean, here it's, why are we adding? So this, because it's, so this is not moving comments so much to parsing data with SED. Context-free parsing with a streaming editor live here on this channel. I mean, some stuff is not even that bad. Okay, this is even deleting code because I mean, theoretically could we? Okay, maybe it's mostly not worth the effort, but that is also what you, here it's stripping the comments there. So yeah, maybe the smartest thing would be, okay, maybe we totally don't do that, but that's also the thing. Sometimes the thing you think you just move a little bit of stuff. So the problem is we don't move the code around that. We could always fix that. This is also funny. Didn't even remember the daemon. So yeah, maybe more. Maybe we totally don't do that. We could fix that by matching. It's even more tricky. And I think it's not worth it. I mean, some stuff is nice. I like the separating spaces there, but manually reverting the stuff. I mean, most of the stuff we could fix. I mean, there should actually usually not be comments in there. Very few desk files have comments, and if then only between code stuff. So we probably could fix most stuff by saving comments and O stuff together. That would probably fix most of the stuff. Should we quickly try that? Maybe we quickly try that. So for that I mean matching, so we have here between CV and D. And then match, so basically, now that's of course getting a little bit complex. Either .o or comment. And then save it and does that work? Please test Octave before updating. Maybe it does. So the only thing is always putting the for loop back in there. Maybe we should save that. SED, all this stuff. And let's see, it should be just the cleanest working copy anyway. Yeah, this kind of stuff. I mean, at least we cleaned up. Oh, this is actually not doing what I wanted it to do so much to. It's actually completely does have the oh wait, don't tell me. Maybe I copy and pasted that wrong. SED1. Ah, here, yes. Copy and pasted it with the disk name there. That of course ain't working. Yeah, this is kind of would be amazing if we would have some more amazing modern thing like object visual stuff of more integrated scripting thing, Smalltalk, whatever, Lisp machine, whatever stuff. So it should be even less. Yes, 372. Before we had 7, we had 400 something. So, so yeah, that looks already better. So that is, except that. So the only, I mean, that we could probably even work around. So some new line separation, that's actually quite nice. Not necessary, but certainly not hurting. Okay, there's this one. So yeah, there's actually a double space in ACL. Interesting that previous cleanups didn't auto catch that for some reason. Because I already did attempt some white space cleanup path here and there. Actually here it's adding. So yeah, this stuff was all squashed together. Okay, Kwood also doesn't have download, so it fails for stuff that doesn't have a download. Let's directly, maybe that is a final run. Let's see how much more we find. So that was Kwood. So again, the point was only to sort this -O stuff together. I mean, theoretically, I mean, there would be an easy fix. Why is there needs to be after, okay, that. So there is actually indeed a comment that is extremely rare. Where are we in? Right, something. Someday, currently explain entire file structure, simplistic Linux kernel version. What would using special isolator? No, special wishes. So what do, for example here, so that is, it's not that often, there's also D. Okay, so maybe we actually revert all again. And that is why we do this not entirely clean. Check out working copies. So we have here basically, actually we can, so I mostly wanted commented out D, right? So between check version or, do we need that? Comment D. Oh wait, then we need, actually, does it work like that? Maybe we need to escape that too. It's getting a little out of hand though. That is totally not cryptic. Drop frames, thank you very much. So, and then that stuff we need to match that it's the same location for swapping that. Hey, it didn't error out. Which, yeah, then we would have. Yeah, this is the thing, testing that with 4000 for loop thing there. But yeah. So in a minute we continue with something more interesting. Okay, this also deleted some stuff that was of course not the point. Maybe would, not sure if that would syntax error. Oh wait, this is, I also maybe did that wrong. For where in Actually, somehow I did that here wrong. What did I do there? Escape. D, let's see if that errors out. Yeah, okay. That needed escaping just some other typos. Wait, somehow? This was strange. Don't tell me we have a Unicode shit characters in between. I so hate. Let's see if that is better. Then we will also do some secure shell update. So is that better? So what that should have changed? Plus, so somehow this is still not ideal. Maybe this was not yet. If this is not a desirable result, I will also stop soon. So somehow I actually know this. Well, this is still somehow not ideal. I thought I matched until commented spaces. Here, for example, there is some actually a very interesting change that is valid. Except, okay, here that is also not ideal. AKA removing all the code. So this is happens, yeah, so with some very, I mean, yeah, this kind of stuff, as our recurring viewer Diethard used to say, why am I not using GNU-org for this stuff? I like moving the source up there though, because that is more no-code style. I would have expected, although I mean, now we saw, in contrast to earlier versions, I'm gonna revert that. Where are we? How many? Oh, only 90% on it. Nah, it's not ideal. We could. Is it Glipper Light and Iron? It's quite some. So it's mostly like keeping our stuff looking good, right? To make sure it's pleasant to work with. Actually, there is also some. I mean, it's half actually nice, W3 license. Let's manually tweak that. What have I done here? Did I really exit this last thing? Here's some actually comments. So I have the feeling this pump is also pretty. What do I do with my... I have the feeling this pump stuff, what was it even? I remember that name. That was some... Was it some live patching or... Probably also an abandoned Red Hat project. This was boot. This was... Yeah. Probably also somewhat Abandonware. Shit. I guess it could be deleted. We're not using that. It's probably maybe someone else packages. Don't even remember that. Or did I package that? I wonder if someone still uses that though. But yeah, so many DHCP and stuff daemons, and then you still need Red Hat special stuff. Also, yeah, you have it in the Linux kernel, single address space monolithic source code stuff. And maybe we should train an AI to review that. Yeah, for example, here Mesa demos. Did we? Yeah, this on the. I mean, it worked. It is valid. It's just when I sometimes see them, I feel like it would have really been nice if that at times would be a little bit better. Like for example here, this bling bling stuff had more space before download, so that was certainly not ideal grouped. And yeah, it's perfection, it's polishing, as is my manual reverting stuff here. But that is the difference, right? That is the difference between looking at some random hobby project and someone where someone is doing professional development 24/7. I think here's one more of that. Where are we already? Probably 83, darn. Maybe I should review that faster. Yeah, and this is why we don't go manually through 4,000. Plus packages. I mean, you could sit here all day, and so I'm usually pragmatic. Sure, if you deploy this in some server-side autoconfig stuff, it needs to be perfect, then you can sit all day and write like a so long regular expression. But I usually, it's like, yeah, mostly good enough. What crazy shit is that? Why the freaking heck, that is crazy. Oops. I don't know, I pressed the wrong button. Basically, we can bin bash in. This was some Mahjong stuff. Mahjong, bin sh. Thankfully, that is, yeah, I mean, this kind of stuff, maybe that happened due to some auto transition of auto substituting that over there. Crazy stuff we find here live. Tiny little win-win, of course, it works, but also here actually that is another. Yeah, maybe I quickly clean this up, makes no sense to live stream that back in, I pause the live stream and see you back in 5 or 10 minutes when I'm through this review, and it is way down there, and like, who freaking cares, it is decade-old comment anyway. This is a tiny little win-win. Would wonder, why do I waste time with white space? I just want to look this stuff a little bit professional, a little bit consistent, and sometimes like this bin is like shebang, bin sh. Some stuff I didn't even expect. The source stuff is like, again, it doesn't matter where it is. It's just like more human friendly readability, in my opinion. Just scrolling fast through that again. Nothing like double checking stuff. Usually, pro tip, if you check 270 or so file diffs, scrolling and like constantly SVN revert in between, checking it twice can't hurt. There is a chance there will be some tiny For example here, right, it's like, oh, source, oh, it's like, yeah, this kind of stuff I was after. And it will be quite tested. I mean, some of also here, like excessive white space. One file even had white space at the beginning of the file again. Doesn't matter, except we don't like it. We like our stuff more white space clean. Oh wait, did I even? I thought I reverted that. Apparently, good that we double check that. Apparently I SVN reverted that wrong. And I even found one space. We apparently, like one string was like had an excess white space. Again, even that doesn't matter in our stuff. Shell scripting and C and C++ it would, or Rust would potentially matter more of really passing strings with like, because then it would be part of the string. In Bash and stuff it isn't, unless you explicitly actually maybe it would have been, but we eval it anyway, so then it disappears. So yeah, this is kind of stuff. All right, we are through there, and then we continue. We also have some SSH setup tool one, and there is this binsh. It probably was auto-converted from an, where it also doesn't belong, but made more sense than no sense. From conf file, previous like small conf file migrations here, also with SED, of course. Yeah, leave in the comments below. But in my opinion, like, is it worth it? But we found some tiny win-win cleanups, and it just gives source code, like if you do it once in a while, or in general, have some eye on consistency. I'm a fan of like white space clean and somewhat sorted code bases. And I would otherwise, there's also a leading new line, which we don't like. And I would recommend to sometimes do that, especially if you, depending on how consistent your code base is, once in a while schedule some moment. Also amazing with test suite, right? If you have a test suite and test this stuff. We will of course embarrassingly parallel mass compile this stuff in a moment to release our next version anytime. Why is this capital? Actually I was so much too manually, we found two issues, right? Scrolling over that there. I must have hit there something machines, Indian machines. So much to VI. The most amazing editor, excuse me. So yeah, I guess it's good. So theoretically for stuff like basically, I always like to document that, so there you will find some gems like that in our changelog. Also I use that also for myself. It's actually, if I need something similar, then I have it here. Probably should be that. So most of the stuff I comment is not directly to run. Sometimes you see there's a file name missing, so some common sense necessary. So spin up that. Okay, this wasn't fast or cleaner. Wait, this is so clean. And this is just to committing that. Oh, come on. Okay, so the next thing, so cleaner. Wait a second, cleanness. It's actually, yeah, 275 subversion. Also with failing doxes, what do you do? What to expect? Yeah. Okay, while we do that, let's quickly check before we continue with secure shell if there are more trailing white spaces. So that would be something like either Z or yeah, so Z. Why does this not? Okay, fine, we could do it like that. Okay, we actually want, okay, that wasn't the smartest thing. I actually want end of file. Okay, maybe not. Okay, there's actually some. Mostly comments. Some stuff is really funny. Hook at preconf. I mean, again, it's not. Welcome back. Not the end of the world. So clean. Let's do that again. 2075. Update there. But this is the kind of stuff I didn't expect. There's some bin sh, bin shell, shebang. And also didn't expect the other trailing white space. And once you see it, this is also my general recommendation. If you see some strange white space thing, then better clean it instantly. So confdears, why would be other tools? Why is that having so much space there? Should we SED that? I mean, it's totally harmless, just triggers the perfectionist in me. So this stuff is really, this is even commented out even. What strange stuff do we have here? Why is it? Not even sure if I should change that. Would be good to know. Why is it freaking there and why is it freaking double build? Once you look for random stuff, you find random stuff. Prima even I packaged. Well, this probably was moved there in some transition. Okay, whatever. Do the spaces need to be there? Actually, you know what? I think we should SED that. That is too cumbersome too. Substitute some more. I promised you SED. You get SED. So substitute. We can actually. There's also one more cleaning up. Yeah, it's also doing that now before it spreads to more files. Other people use it as an example. So let's do some fancy stuff. So let's not print by default. This is how I usually debug that. So then match any that was space that end of line to that and print. Does that? What is it? Character element command. Also with S. Okay, that worked. Let's immediately do that with both. So that and that. That doesn't work like that because escaping. Probably, or doesn't it? Why does this not? And so basically captured. Didn't capture that. That was actually at the back of my mind. I knew that. I just wanted to test the. So this should work for like capturing any of those. Let's mass SED that here for in place. Do we need a space comment? Also we don't need to print it. Wait a second. Was it? Oh wait, it was in. We had to still this print in from the debugging. So is this we should run? I would expect that to work unless this comment thing has some implementation deficiency there. I would also hope that this stuff here works without space. But this is probably, I mean, unless it does not work. In general, our config option stuff is stupid. Then let's do that for all of disk and conf. So I probably should be fine, huh? Again, no operation, it's just cleanup. It's just triggers me a little bit. This kind of stuff, and I look at other people's projects and this would be all over the place. I would also wonder what they were thinking. In my opinion, this is just unclean. I mean, of course it works and stuff, but I mean, nobody noticed. Nobody wrote me an email or sent me a patch, but there's a GNU org, but that should be fine. Again, tiniest cleanup, white spacing stuff. We should check this config option stuff. So, do we get any errors? Probably even some freaking. But which bloody game would it be, or would it be all games? So, for example, export. Where would it be in X? Not a fan of this game option though. Maybe this is apparently not sorted. It's probably find file system returned. Of course, not ideal. Most packages should not even have freaking options. Somehow need to modernize this stuff. Didn't even see that instantly. Let's. Where would that be? Also only if enabled. Okay, so probably it might not be enabled. No, it should be. Where isn't this bloody option? Obviously this config option stuff does not scale and is not ideal. Do we have anything else? Qmail? Oops, yeah. Terminal escape stuff. Probably we need some search function like the Linux kernel has. What did I want to check? Qmail, right? Or is the error out because it doesn't work without space? Unexpected. Looking for matching. Oops. Maybe that might be a reason why. Maybe that really needs a freaking space for some reason. I would, however, think shouldn't need that for those options there. Maybe this comment had it there for a reason. The other Boolean option I have it hard to... Ah, wait, this is actually... now I see that this is some bloody new line. Now I see that. That is why that doesn't work. Wow, someone... Why didn't they use a freaking normal backspace there? This I find really strange, to be honest. Who thought that would be a good idea? Even I didn't instantly. Did someone notice that? Okay, so I guess SVN reverts that, except or except at least config. Subconfig. So yeah, that explained a thing. Let's quickly review that. There is still subtiers space, leading space. I guess we could probably subtiers. Does this rely on... I know it removes configures. It probably should be fine. Famous last words. Yeah, a little bit. Others do spring cleaning. We do spring and autumn cleaning, and I guess that probably should be fine. I know I can't remember one. And then we do something more finally interesting. That was that one here, right? So, let's hope that doesn't break too much. Actually, I probably should have checked that before, huh? We can actually unit test that. By wiping the x86 build or any other. Then reconfiguring that. That probably didn't spit out. We didn't touch any config in file. And then rebuilding that while actually, do we probably not have parallel? Oh wait, there is some too many arguments. More 475. That's interesting. Too many arguments? 475? That's probably unrelated. less 50. What did we? Because this is otherwise new code. Not really sure what we did here now. Why does it only error out for too many arguments? Maybe that is because it doesn't have a download. Maybe you still have a bug in there that is unrelated new code. Which line was that? 475. If x and greater than does, wait a second, I think it doesn't. Okay, maybe we need to rewrite that, and because I think it will actually, I checked that for sanity. What did it say? Too many arguments? Because I think shell doesn't like quoted numbers. Do they? Okay, that's this. Maybe this was then some. I would hope it doesn't continue comparing that, right? X and should this not work? Well, but this text just works. Integer expression expected. It really does. Why does it? So it is that. Oh, darn. Didn't want to debug that now. I mean, we could actually sanity. Maybe the easiest is to sanity check that and set it to 0. Where is even? Nothing and nothing greater equal. Yeah, you protect that, and the protection didn't. It's like, yeah, when you don't test something, it's broken recurring. See me, where is my? If x and du, then we can also basically, I mean, I'm surprised that, I mean, it will, right, maybe the issue was, okay, maybe quotes don't matter, but it matters if that stuff isn't defined. But we could actually, if that is for some reason not defined, substitute that so to 0 though, but so that would be and so theoretically, if we wanted to be very safe and not have any syntax error, let's so it was x, I think, like so, right? No? Darn. unset or null expansion of word is substituted, otherwise value of parameter substituted. If parameters unset or null, then word. So why does this not work? So max or unset. Okay, that was actually what I initially typed, didn't I? Just this body. So that or 0, just to be on the safe side, should probably do. Yeah, whatever. Probably should debug that it actually works. Okay, this is complete, so the next should be relatively fast. Let's wait a second to test that and then finally do. So glibc is also huge. Is it huge enough to? Oh, no, this temp. Okay, so that works. Then let's commit that. Didn't even. So yeah, that's another win-win, right? If you wouldn't have done this live stream, I would probably not have noticed in a long time. And so yeah, fixed syntax error, new temp fs nox and packages without downloads. Probably should be fine, huh? And then secure shell. So I didn't update the does it sshd start? It does it not? Why does it not complain? Or is it only the stone module? So something, maybe stones and only. We still generate old-fashioned keys that are not neither recommended nor supported by default. I'm a little bit surprised. So we only want new style. Did I modify that already locally? Oh, there's RSH. Did it not? I thought it complained, or did I edit that locally already about some RSA key, old-fashioned stuff? So, do we even have the latest version installed locally? Maybe. So, what other recommended? Generated specified T option with elements, generate RSA keys, groups. Normally each user wishes uses a public key. Of all, here's -a. Why don't we use that? Generate host keys of all default key types, RSA. Okay, that sounds kind of what we do. Why did I see on? I thought on some new install I saw like unsupported whatever. Show fingerprints of specified public key files for RSA and DSA. Tries to find the matching public key files. But yeah, this is also part of IT administration, development stuff. The only constant is change, and broken security, and then of course every, like OpenSSL, right, totally aware of that, updated Orisa minor version. We're probably not really the most affected because we didn't ship OpenSSL 3 yet, because stuff broke. But yeah, recurrent, continuous learning or latest standards, because security standards get broken. I slightly wonder what I saw then. What would that be? That did someone update that already? So the latest stuff we added was in 2014, which also at least documented. For all our amazing contributors, highly appreciated. Why does this take so long? Hello Internet. Oh shit, drop frames, 3000 even. Sorry, didn't. Welcome everyone. So DSA, RSA, so maybe this DSA stuff is obsolete. RSA, so maybe DSA is DSA. Do they not specify that? Huh? Must be DSA key, must be exactly for I guess OpenSSH DSA key, whatever there's something is. Say 2016 DSA keys. I guess we don't want that then anymore, right? We kinda could use maybe the default key stuff. So we have here I mean, theoretically, we don't need all of them, right? Oh wait, this is actually testing also. This is test exist or, okay, fine, RSA. So that are the default keys, right? Nothing like double checking. Crypto, all default types, RSA, ECDSA, ED25519. 25519 ECDSA, unless I remembered something wrong, that should be it. That's by the way more strange. Okay, no these A keys anymore. Better late than never. Where is here even RSA1? Maybe we even do that. RSA1, is that maybe? Maybe we have so much stuff there that I overlooked. That here was something whining about really old key stuff. Oh no, yeah, here. Probably this is what I remember and wanted to fix. But not only removing totally unsupported things, but better late than never, but also other deprecated stuff that probably was too insecure. RSA, do we have? Oh wait, what did I delete now? DSA, right? Do we have? Where is this? Starting with inherent weakness and so on. So yeah, you want to update that DSA. What else do we have here? Probably that is all we needed, I guess. Why is there a double space? That triggers me as well, as we just have been at cleaning up stuff. Why do people always freaking do that? What is -n? Bits or New passphrase provides the new. Okay, so this is generating passphrase. So yeah, if you want stronger security, and obviously pre-known, it's called pre-known. I don't want to share it too much. Pre-shared. Pre-shared. What is the name of that? Known key file thing there. Get the idea. And password login. So is this best practice? What would it otherwise probably ask for? Passphrase, right? SSH keygen type RSA. So yeah, honestly, let's improve security further, right? Why not? Does it whine with an empty passphrase, or no? It does it. Does it? Doesn't it? I guess it should be equivalent, shouldn't it? Wait. I would think that should be equivalent. Probably shouldn't matter whether. Oh, did I forget that one? So yeah, I hope that improves security a little bit. Leave in the comments below what you think. RSA, CTSA. If I overlook here something as this is security related, leave in the comments below. Host key, or I guess that should be. I mean, Theo does it. Okay, then we can't specify the file, I guess. Although, wait a second, this is host key. Where does it save those? And why don't we use that? Is use this prefix default resulting in host key files used by new host files. Okay, this does nothing. Okay, but why does it not print them? That is interesting. Okay, it doesn't have force. So I have the feeling it generated more, didn't it? DSA, it also still generated a DSA key? Did they not say? Doesn't really match the... It looks a little bit like it doesn't match the description here. guess this installation was from last week also. So yeah, this apparently doesn't have force, which is a bummer. Which would be the only argument, that if you run that to really get them. Otherwise someone might run that and wonder that they don't get a new SSH host file. Oh, it's funny, this comment, this dude doesn't care about his audience at all. Yes, I care about his audience, which is why I do this live streams. Also, I try to get work done, right? I share my professional IT work, even for 20 years, provide a state-of-the-art, if not one of the best Linux distributions for the most CPU architectures of any probably other, even including Debian Linux distribution. And then like, dude doesn't care about the audience. Like, freaking, I give you freaking Linux distribution for 26 freaking architecture combinations for freaking free. But I don't care. Yeah, it's like, dude, you don't even, you know what? You don't even care sending a freaking patch. But I hope you learned something. But yeah, what else should I do here? Dense, naked, or whatever? Leave in the comments below. Funny folks. So so this might, so yeah, remove from the last version. This indeed only generates so etc yeah, thank you very much. So okay, it does. I mean, maybe it's not bad to keep it the way it is. SSH host. What does it use as prefix? Oh wait, it's using it all as, what the heck? Stupid, this is really stupid stuff. Anyway, then we leave it as it is and just remove the DSA and RSA keys there. Oh wait, RSA? Oh no, RSA, we keep DSA and RSA1. That is certainly a security win, and getting rid of irritating deprecated messages. Oh, so this isn't white space clean. Oh man, folks, what you freaking folks doing with my freaking sources? Yeah, and this is why we sometimes, oh wait, why does it still say, what was it, RSA, right, or is it, what if I, or was it C? Why does it highlight? Guess like that. Never seen SSD port IDs file before in SSH. Don't like a do we have that too? what you're saying. Never seen this SSD. I think I don't have that. Is that on another Linux distribution maybe than ours? Don't think I have that. Maybe some other OS edition. So nothing like some white space cleanup recurring theme here. Also keep your security at the latest and greatest. Was it even so? Wait a second, or do we, what was it? Do we, or should, wait a second, maybe we actually need this -n, now that I think about this. Actually, you know what, actually think we, was it, or was it probably? And does that look all right? Should have tested that more though. Was this right? Wait a second, was it even RSA1, right? Keygen RSA1. Even, right. That probably should be any other. If one or more uses public keys and append them to the current user's stuff. Yeah, so updated store model to not try to generate removed RSA nor deprecated user keys. So these A were deprecated, right? Not that we favor RSA over DSA, but didn't really tell that DSA was deprecated and is later going to be entirely dropped. But looks like that did not yet happen, did it? Yeah. Because, or I lost overview. Oh no, it's not generating them either, but they still work, right? It generated keys, so yeah. Updated OpenSSL Storm module to not try to generate removed RSA nor deprecated user keys as the init script to not check for them either. Oh wait, this is why I wondered RSA1. I guess this, where are those wide open? SSH RSA1. Not suitable for the good old 15-year-old stuff. Production, yeah, don't do that anymore. So, proving security, nothing like that. So that looks like that, so should build. I should test that, because usually what we don't test has a typo. So we have done that. That needs theoretically, alright, one more thing, right? And then we really call it, oh freaking heck, it's already freaking 20. Oops, how did it freaking get so late? And how did Vodafone's failing doxes drop 8,000 frames? Or 8.5%, freaking are you kidding me? You had one job, delivering internet. Let's quickly patch this bash thing because I want to rebuild the world and release this ISOs. Bash. So let's probably build bash for risk 5 because why not? And then go home. And source bash. So what I want is duplicate whatever. Oh, it's not like that. No, thank you very much. There must be some default config. There must be some duplicate somewhere in. So something broke. Apparently, yeah, nothing like some regressions of my white space cleanup. So somewhere is a bash config option for history. Bang history? What? By the way, learned something using SUD with return space and exchange. Nice, happy to hear that. That's what we're here for. So history, and so there is some, I think at least there was once upon a time, do we have even a patch? I remember probably 20 years ago I might have patched this for desktop root Linux. Or did I had some, I don't have my core started here. Maybe I had this as a custom patch, but doesn't matter. Don't instantly, oh wait, is CD, this should be a config top. Probably it's config, oops, config top. History, maybe this was not duplicates but some history style, it isn't. Pity. So what I'm after is, it's also here, so don't report sick term. Maybe we should, because I use actually set sh for test suite stuff due to this bloody annoying message. Maybe it's not in, yes, history says. Okay, okay, so 500 is also extremely low. I wonder if want sys logging history to be controlled by a controlled runtime via the shell option. Yeah, history size I was also considering. 0 if you want history expansion to be disabled by default in induction. Historical behavior for enabling when the shell is interactive. Okay, that is not, I wanted to change the default case for, I mean, the 500, was it 500? Or, yeah, 500 is also freaking low. Kind of would like a 5000. I mean, it's not like, even on a 386, I would probably, or 386 previous video Spark Station, I would probably want more history than 500, but maybe then I'm too much of a power user. What I wanted is this bloody, like if you see I have this twice in the history, and I thought there was some, maybe it's not a default thing, so where would that be? Did someone post it already? Yeah, bash RC, but I want the default so that it, if I'm on a new system, I don't constantly need to. Sure, you can use a controller, I just wanted to make it nicer for people to have a better out-of-the-box experience. History, where would that be? I want also not this duplicates, because I really like stuff to have like really nice default behavior. Controlling how commands are saved on the history. Ignore space, which begin with the space characters. Ignore dubs is what I was after. Causes lines which match the previous history entry not to be saved. The value of ignore both is shorthand for ignore space, and ignore dubs. The value of erase dubs cause all previous lines matching the current line to be removed from the history before that line is saved. Why would you do that? Okay, so I want ignore depth by default, basically, because it's so annoying on a new installation. The question is, can that be made default without so apparently that would be in here. Ignore. Oh, here's ignore dubs. Okay, that is pre-passed. Define history, interactive share, remember on history, SA control. I mean, the problem is if I enable that by default, you don't have a way to disable it anymore, huh? Maybe the best then would not to patch that. So hey, manually extract column view, not obviously. C. High performance manual memory management for argument parsing. The future is now. So there is not here, so this is probably for another day. It's of course not really as important the secure shell stuff was, and we do that another day. Maybe put it on the to-do. I think I didn't have it there yet. Oh no, I have config. So So yeah, only JFS installer testing, theoretically like SSD testing, that we didn't have a typo there. That's it. Then also we have sorted that stuff just in this live stream. Amazing stuff and achievement. Theoretically the question is, do I have time to check that? Also it booted and installed, so it's better than nothing. Theoretically, no, auto mount. Maybe we should actually do that. Yeah, there we have some ARM marginalities there and there. But that's it then. Dynamic, we also have implemented that. So you see, we actually freaking implement lots of stuff on vendor who can pre-patch Rust cargo. It's probably like automatically. So yeah, that's it then. Really release soon. Hope you enjoyed this and learned something as usual, probably too long, but that's when you are dedicated and have some passion for your tiny little hobby Linux distribution project. I hope you learned something. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and I hope to see you soon for the next fun stuff and whitespace cleanup, if not level code to come. 8,000 job